Well, we're recording now. We're getting some of the stream. We're getting some of the stream. This is fine, I suppose. We'll go from here, folks. Well. I'm mostly streaming, well, hitting the record button now so I can put monthly compilations of some of the stream antics we get up to here. Yes, so right now I need to just figure out a general head shapes. We're not gonna focus on any of the features. We just want to see what this head of a character might look like. I think I might have cropped them by mistake. Dong. Okay. Well, let's start off with the right way. We'll start with the foundation. And then we'll add some extremes. So, quick circle. And we want very nervous character energy, so maybe put that down here. Yeah, very lean face, shall we? Very lean. Okay. And just erase. Ooh, that's gigantic. We'll also soften it up so that way it's not immediately like, oh no, I've destroyed my work. I want to work non-destructively, at least as much as possible. Okay. So, I wonder, could we make this squarer? How much of it's going to be covered by a hat is also our next question. What does police hat look like? I forget what police hat looks like. Okay. We might just have to go with no hat. We might just give this man a motto hat. Okay, so once more. Lovely little circle. Well, that's a little bit lean to the left. Oh, that's even more lean to the left. There we go. So we definitely want to give this man a bit of a longer face compared to the senior guard, who has a very short face. So we definitely want to make it a little bit. Here we go. Alright. Another thing we want to focus on is the eyes. So I'm pretty happy with this length of face. But let's see where we're gonna put these eyes and mouth. That head, shoulders, knees, and toes song comes in handy, doesn't it? When you're making a human body. A drawing, that is. No other things. None. Anyway. Here we go. We're definitely working on a bit of flimsy ground here, so let's put some of the nose in parts and then we'll just Mr. Potato this onto the character, shall we? So I think the senior guard, he has a very square nose. Maybe we should try giving this fella like a very button nose. Let's give this a whack, shall we? Okay. Again, we're just Mr. Potatoing all this. Alright. And eyes. So, this is gonna be the trickier one. Because in a lot of ways, the eyes kind of represent a lot of what you can do with a character, you know? Like right now here, you can see that this character is looking this way. And maybe, just by adding a few little details like this, maybe they're nervous. Or maybe even adding a few things like this, you can show that they might be annoyed. Or by adding some eyebrows here, you can show they may be interested. Or maybe sleepy by adding like little eyebrows like that. And that's just from the shape. From that shape alone, there was a lot going on there. There was a lot that you could gauge from that. So for this, we want to... Ooh. Now that's an idea. So my brain just tossed me this little image of using teardrop shapes for the eyes. Why would I want to do that? Because this character is meant to be a little bit of a wimp. And I say that with all the love in my heart. That this character is meant to be wimpy. There we go. Got everything in a way that I kind of want. Alright, so teardrop shape. Actually, let's just draw a teardrop. And then we'll just turn it to its side. It's a little bit too much like a superpower. Alright. So from here, we're just gonna experiment a little bit with the designs. Okay. Let's see. Well, the senior guard has very square eyes, but I'd say they're a little bit smaller. Like, bigger eyes tends to mean, you know, cuteness, more open heart. So, what if we give this fella some real wide eyes, shall we? Some very wide eyes. Alright, time to do a test run. Let's slap them on in. Ugh, too big, too big. Shrink it down, shrink it down. Ooh. I think that might work alright. If we give him a bit of some acorn eyes. And now we just need to give him some eyebrows too. So I think we'll stick with very simplistic, just circular eyebrows, as opposed to Senior Guard's square monstrosities, the square caterpillars. And whoop. There we go. And let's give this filler a mod, shall we? Suddenly looking like good fella. Okay. Let's not give you that bowl cut of a hairstyle. Time to look up references. Woo! Okay, let's have a look-see. Shaggy. Or shaggy hairstyles. We'll go with that. Okay. Let's have a look-see. I could see this fella being like a curly mop. I could see that. Let's have a look-see. So we'll just put a little bit of it around here. There we go. And we make it curly. Granted, the curly hairstyle is going to be an absolute monstrosity to do, but I like a challenge. I'll whinge about it, but I like a challenge. Ugh. Oh, thank you. How does one draw curly hair? Oh no. I may have to ask young Alice for a bit of help. No bugger. Character designing on stream, and I am not a character design expert at all, so I imagine it's not very interesting to watch. I might have to do this a little bit on my own time, which is a shame because I was looking forward to working on the comic on stream. Oh well. The sign of a good streamer is being able to bloody well pivot. So I think I'll save this for now under Junior, and I'll start just scratching like whenever I'm working on the comic, I think I'll hop onto stream, and well, not always, but I think I'm just gonna draw a lot of the comic on stream, so that way I am focused on it, because I'm very distractible when I'm not on stream. Or even when I am on stream, I'm still pretty distractible. We'll switch categories real quick. We'll make sure we get everything all organized and sanitized.
Centrally located in front of the two speaker systems, they get the illusion of sound coming from a wide area, as if a full orchestra were in the room. Sounds great.
There we are.
More exciting stereophonic tapes are being put on the market every day. Would you like to hear it?
Just chatting. There we go.
All right. It'll make you feel as if you're really in the Grand Canyon.
Well, I'll have plenty of time later tonight to hang out a character design, but for a lot of that, I'm definitely in my own head. Because, funny enough, drawing is mostly about planning and pulling from other things and trying your damnedest to put it down into page. And with me, I still got a ways to go on that, especially when it comes to doing so on stream. I can make monsters on stream, but definitely it's... how do I put this? How do I word this? When you're creating things on stream, it's a very different headspace to creating things on your own. And again, there's so many people who are just able to, you know, put on their favorite tune, and goes like, alright fellas, we're just gonna do some creativity and a chat while we're doing it. But if I don't respond to you in times, like, you know, that's a whole business. And I can do that every now and then. But I definitely have to be midway through a project. Whereas, right now, it seems I have to finish putting in the floorboards, as it were, for making this. But I do have the base plan all lined up. You know what? Actually, I'll pull up the plan for the comics. That way you guys can actually have a little look at what I'm looking at making. Because even though I cannot... I could, but it'd be much more sloppy. Let's see. There we go. Comic book. So we'll save this like that. And we'll pop this on screen, actually. Give me a second. Image. Here we go. I'm not sure how well this will translate onto screen, but we'll do our bestest. We'll do our damnedest. Here we go. La di da di da da. Okay. Oopsies. Okay. So, we'll just embiggen this, and I can give like a little bit of a talk show. So, what we're gonna start with is an introduction panel where we meet both the junior guard and the senior guard. They expout some information, so a little bit of info dumping at the beginning of the comic, so that way, you know, you get a hint of your city, you get a hint of the information. And they're having a chat, they realize someone's not locked up properly in the facility. The young guard admits he's, still very nervous. The senior guard tries to show him a new spell, and the young guard admits he's never casted a bloody spell, and the older guard is like, what in the blazes, what's this will come to? Then he offers to teach the young guard how to cast a spell. Little do they know they're being watched by the now named Blottail. And Blottail follows along with this magic lesson as the young guard is learning how to cast the first spell, and at the same time, both the young guard and Blottail cast a spell that just makes a big ol' pop, and in Blottail's case, an explosion. And with this, Blottail tries to break out of the facility as a little fire-like wisping. The senior guard tries to jump on it, tries to, catch the rogue spirit, tells the junior guard to call for backup, chases the spirit out of the room. Despite the senior guard's best effort, he's hopping around, he can't catch him. He's starting to go, no, 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 no. And then the junior guard accidentally gives Blottail a big old power up by saying he looks like a fox, which turns him into a real boy. And then we have the big finale page of Blottail breaking out of facility with the senior guard kind of going as like, ah, shit. And that's the plan for the comic. So I have that all planned out, which is gonna be great for, just going beat after beat after beat on the comic pages. But, it seems, yes, I've forgotten to draw the junior guard. Part of me wants to make him just like a baseless little fella, but something tells me he's gonna pop up in the comic whenever I need to expound information to the reader. Just the senior guard really going as like, alright, you mother, this is what you're doing, this is what you're learning today. So that's something, I suppose. That's something I'll have to work. But yes, that's the comic. That's gonna, hopefully the first issue, hopefully we'll have that out by the end of the month. I'm definitely gonna spend a bit more time in my evenings and afternoons just working on that. But yeah, a little bit of an upsie in mind forgetting that I did not design the junior guard. It's like, oh shit. That's important. We're meant to do something with that. Oh. So, while we're having a chat, I have been reading some books again. Now, I am gonna try and do some animation this year, because I like animating. Drawing cartoons, it's really cool. And to help me with that, 2 years ago, I think it was, maybe even 3, possibly 3, I picked up a book called The Animator's Survival Kit. And it's been a monstrously big book. And I always kind of start on reading it, and I was like, I've forgotten where I'm up to, I'll just start at the beginning, step up. But this time I'm determined to read all the way through it, because it has some amazing practical advice for just animators in general. And who wrote this book? Why, the same fella that did the animation on Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And the stories in there, they are hilarious. Genuinely, just how this book is so human in the way it's sharing information with little anecdotes and little just kind of we're in this together, aren't we? We're suffering together and all this business. And just a love for the art of animation and the industry, including how the fellow himself met some of the big names of the time, which was it's so cool to read, especially some of the more humorous bits that come from it as well. Because yeah, it's cartoon animation. It's the fellow who made Roger Rabbit. He has a great sense of humor, turns out. But nonetheless, that's about the only thing I've really been reading aside from some fan fiction, which I both love fan fiction, but I'm very picky about it because I'm one of those fan fiction readers where if you knock a character out of how they act without building up to it first, I just close the tab and I go, that was not worth a read. It's not worth reading. Character, not a character, not worth reading. Because if you slowly build up to them acting out a character, then I'm alright. I'm very picky about it. I used to write fan fiction when I was younger, and even now I still like to do little bits of writing prompts and sort of that, but I don't post them on because for the most part they're for me. When I write, it's just for me to enjoy and get a bit of creative juices out there. But we're, you know, maybe that's something I can look into. Maybe I can do some writing days, because writing for me is much easier to do off the dome, as it were, as opposed to whipping up a whole new character design. Which admittedly, I was not doing myself many favors by not getting myself references and some prompts. Which, yeah, that's on me. But at the same time, I as a streamer don't quite feel comfortable enough yet to do all those long, hard-working bits on stream. It's not something I think I could sufficiently make entertaining. Maybe it might be entertaining to some, but I'd really like to make it something you could look at and be like, yes, this is a good time, this is fun. Like, love hearing these insights into how a character gets made. So, I don't think I'm there yet. Maybe I'll be there at the end of the year. I really do plan on just, I guess, lifting myself up in terms of making things, in terms of being an artist. I'd really love to step up my skills in that area. But that is something for later. That is something we can do at a later date. What do we do now though? Because I don't mind having a big old talk. I love talking to folks. Even if I'm talking into the big old void. Hello, Mr. Void. How are you today? We might also need to... Maybe we can do some art decoration projects. Oh, well, that's a question for next. A question for the future, for later. But what do I want to do now? I kind of want to play a game. Because while I'm definitely going to go back into drawing after stream, I do want to play a game. Part of me is tempted to put on Metaphor ReFantasio, but that game is just such a turn my brain off type of business. But I do not think when I'm playing Metaphor ReFantasio, I'm just experiencing what's in front of me. Let's see. There's always a few other games we got out here. There's One Shot, and I've never played One Shot. I am genuinely unspoiled on this game. I know nothing about it, so it might be worth having a bit of a play actually. So let's play One Shot. I'll install One Shot, and we'll give it a go, shall we? So just while we wait, how about you folks? Has there been any indie games that have kind of caught your attention lately, or just games in general? Because for me, obviously, as I've been yapping about all stream, Metaphor's been just stuck in my brain, just really holding on to it like a firm glue. But maybe you guys have found some interesting things. If you have, let me know in the chat. I'd love to hear about them. I love hearing about people's experiences in games. It's such a revealing insight into just an insight into a person, I guess. Not into like all of their deepest, darkest secrets, but how a person enjoys a game, what they think of a game. I think it says a lot about a folk. Like, why did you like this game? Love the characters. Why did you love the characters? Because I can relate to them. Because I found them funny. Those are all wonderful reasons to like a character. Or maybe hearing why they didn't like a game, and you can get an insight into why they didn't like it, and maybe other things too. Because I've met people who genuinely have despised games I liked, and the reason why they despised the game was the same reason I liked it. Like, an example, very far back, I used to know this fella, and we played games together and all that for a while. And I got into this one game because it was like a charming and chill time. They thought it was the most boring game they'd ever tried, and they never wanted to touch it again. It's like, ooh, wow. Two very different ways of experiencing the same thing. So, yeah. Now, let's see if we can get this all fixed up. Game capture. Might have to embiggen this, that way everyone can get a good view of it. Let's turn up the music as well. Let's settle in. Let's experience this. So why is this a little bit? There we go. All right. There we go. We're just getting it all set up now. One shot. Is this the one? Yep, this looks like the one. Aha! I think I've got one shot. I have a question. Is there a difference between them? I don't think there is. At least not a big one. There we go. Boop. Okay, select your language. English, please. This game has an autosave feature. When you see this icon on the screen, please do not close the game. I'll get a little bit of computer boot up screen. Alright. All sounds loaded. The World Machine. Hello there. Hi. Oh. Yep, don't worry, Nana. I remembered. It just took a little bit to get started. Hello. Thank you for installing this operating system. Oh, you're welcome. I know you're probably expecting a game, but... Apologies, I'm still setting things up. Hey, they're one of us. In the meantime, why don't I show you how the system works? Yeah, sure, why not? First, use your mouse to move the cursor. Press and hold and drag with the cursor move icons. Okay, and work. Oh. Yeah, there we go. On the Windows bar. Alright. Well, we got a computer and a computer now. I love computer section. Press on the window on the taskbar to bring it up again. Boop. And close the window. Cool. Excellent work. Now you know how to navigate the interface. Golly, it's like using a real computer. Just in time too. There we go. Everything should be ready for you. I'll leave it to you then. Goodbye for now. Toodaloo, mysterious computer. Let's see. I kind of want to embiggen this. Customer. Ah, here we go. Full screen on. There we are. Lovely, lovely. Ooh, can I view the wallpaper? Ah. Okay. Oh. Let's give. Oh. Oh no. Let's fix this up real quickly, shall we? That way you guys can still see everything. There we go. Okay, well, let's give this a go. What are the controls like? Alright. Seems everything's in order. Can I play with controller? I can play with controller. Well, we'll put in a bloody controller then. Just gotta untangle my mess of cords once more. I need to get one of those cord management things. Boop. Alright, let's play one shot. Oh, now we're really getting into it, aren't we? Oh! Getting a little bit meta, aren't we? Alright. Examine or select. Is for that, cancel, circle, walk is the usual. Walk faster is square, menu is that one, and inventory is triangle. Explore and interact with the environment and characters. Sometimes you might find an item. Once you've picked up an item, you may select it from your inventory. When the item is active, you can either combine it with other items. So the point and click rules are very familiar. Closing the game window will save your progress. The game also saves after some key events. Fair enough. The game's very loud. We'll just turn that down just a smidge. There we go. Oh, now my game audio works. Now it picks things up. Thank you, game audio, for working now. Hello. Just move that cursor off there. Hello? Hi there, kid. Oh, there's a TV remote here. Nico picks it up. Input password. I don't know it. Access denied. Fair enough. Dusty books. It's too dark to read in here. A soft glowing light trickles through the window. The door is locked. It's also locked. That ain't good. Nickel just woke up here. I wonder. Oh. Let's see if there's anything in the gallery. Oh. Ta-da! Alright, what about documents? Yeah, we'll hit the readme text. One shot is a, puzzle platformer where you as the player must guide a lost child through a strange world, utilizing items, characters, and environment to progress.